beautiful day to you, our esteemed viewers. It's business time on Celestial Honors Television, and you're warmly welcome. It is a program that brings you the latest insights, strategies, and success stories in the world of business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned professional, or just curious about market trends, this is the place to be. Stay tuned as we share tips, tools, and inspiration to help you grow, thrive, and succeed. Yes, top honor stories for business time today is that United Nigeria Airlines expands to Ghana, Dubai, London, boosting African tourism. That is definitely good news for the African tourism. And also that Bank of Industry gets the CBN nod to launch non-interest banking window, boosting funding options for micro, small, medium enterprises. Yes, so there are top stories for today. Now to the United Airlines story. In a major boost for African tourism and hospitality, United Nigeria Airlines is making headlines with its ambitious international expansion. The airline is set to launch new routes to Ghana, Dubai, London, and beyond, strengthening connectivity across Africa. The Middle East and Europe travelers from Nigeria can now access iconic destinations like London's cultural hubs, Dubai's luxury metropolis, and Accra, the fast growing West African city, with greater ease. Kudos to United African Airlines. Experts say that this expansion is expected to drive international visitors to Nigeria, giving a boost to hotels, resorts, and other businesses, while also promoting the Nigerian tourism on the global stage. With a focus on world class services and seamless travel experiences, United Nigeria Airlines is positioning itself at the forefront of Africa's growing aviation industry. Both business and leisure travelers stand to benefit as the airline turns ambitious travel dreams into reality. So, for travelers, people who are very keen on traveling, this is good and beautiful news. We say kudos to the Africa United Airlines. Yes. And now moving on, the Bank of Industry has received approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to operate a non-interest banking window, a move that broadens the development lenders funding toolkit and opens a new channel of credit to businesses that avoid conventional interest-based financing. The approval allows the Bank of Industry to commence non-interest banking operations, positioning the state-owned lender to mobilize ethical funding and extend asset banking financing to undeserved parts of the economy, which includes the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. The move aligns that Nigeria's wider push to deepen financial inclusion and diversify funding sources for the real sector amid tight credit conditions. Under the new window, Bank of Industry said it will be able to access finance assets and draw raw materials for customers using approved non-interest products, expanding the range of financing options to available manufacturers, agribusiness, and other productive sectors. Announcing the approval, Olashupo Oluse, the managing director of Bank of Industry, described the license as a turning point in the institution's evolution. Now, moving on, the Lagos state government has appointed seven consultancy firms to undertake a comprehensive statewide valuation of government owned infrastructural assets. The exercise, being coordinated by the Lagos State Valuation Office, LASVO, is scheduled to commence this week and will be handled by leading state surveying valuation firms. Director of LASVO, Dr. Adekunle Awolaja, explained that the project represents the eighth phase of the state's implementation of international public sector accounting standards on an accrual basis, a reform initiated pursued since 2016. He also noted that the valuation will ensure all public infrastructure assets are properly identified, measured, documented, and reported in line with global standards. Moving on, a stronger naira has been projected following the announcement that the Dangote Group's petroleum refinery has reached its full operational capacity of 650,000 barrels per day. Wow, that is a great feat. The increased domestic refining will significantly reduce pressure on Nigeria's foreign exchange market and could push the naira to trade below 1,000 naira to a dollar. That will be a very, very fantastic one before the end of the year. Wow, that means Nigerian economy will greatly stabilize. The development marks a major shift from decades of fuel import dependence, with analysts expecting improved energy security and forest conservation. Mr. Otedola said that Dangote Group has commenced a $12 billion expansion project aimed at raising refining capacity to 1.4 million barrels per day, further strengthening Nigeria's industrial economic outlook. A new survey shows that many Americans are becoming more worried about the economy as the people's confidence in the current economic situation and their hopes for the future both dropped sharply this month. This means that more Americans are now feeling uncertain about their jobs, business conditions, and their finances. According to the Conference Board, the confidence level has fallen below its lowest point since 2014, even lower than during the COVID-19 pandemic. Economist Dana Peterson said rising prices remain a major worry as many Americans continue to complain about the cost of food, fuel, and everyday goods. The survey also found that people are talking more about politics, trade issues, jobs, health costs, and global conflicts as factors affecting the economy. In recent weeks, action by the United States government, including trade threats, political tensions, and pressure on financial institutions, have also added to public concern about the country's economic future. And that's it on the main ones that we will take. But as we do on a regular on business time on Celestial Honest Television, we will bring you business nuggets. The business nuggets today are how to stay clear from selling your goods on credit. And from number one, I say adopt a clear no credit policy, making known from the start that your business runs on cash, transfer, or POS. Only display solidly in your shop or wherever you run your business and mention politely to customers. For example, you can say, sorry, we operate a strict no credit policy to serve everyone better. Moving on, number two says, explain your reason confidently. People respect firm but polite explanations. Let your customers know credit affects your ability to restock and keep prices stable. A simple line of, we can't restock properly when money is tied down in credit. It will definitely explain to your customer strictly but with love. Number three, I say offer alternatives instead of credit. Instead of saying no, give options of smaller quantity purchases, payment before reservation, installment payments before collection. This keeps customers while protecting your cash flow. Number four says use written rules for everyone. Avoid emotional pressure from friends or regular customers by having a standard rule for all. When policies are consistent, people will feel singled out. Yes. And finally, number five says stay firm. Don't bend under pressure. Most credit problems start from just this once. Once you break that rule, it becomes harder to enforce later. And the golden nuggets for today says sales on credit look like profits, but behave like loss. I will repeat that again. Sales on credit look like profits, but behave like loss. I'm sure you'll be able to draw or in this what I am talking about there. So manage your credit. Manage selling on credit because at the end of the day, you won't be able to restock and it could lead to the fall or failure of your business. And that's it on Business Time today on Celestial Honest Television. Thank you for joining us on Business Time. I hope you found today's nuggets very helpful. Remember to apply what you have learned, stay focused, and keep pushing. See you next week, Monday, on Business Time for more strategies tips, and success stories. Until then, stay ambitious and keep in business.